Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Power Gifting presentation on the last Monday of January. And I don't know about everybody else on this call, but I seem to think that January's flown by. So to think that a 12th of the year is done is a little bit freaky for me. I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same thing as well. But it's been a very interesting, lucrative, positive month. I'm seeing wonderful energy, and there's a lot of enthusiastic people around there, not only within Power Gifting, but all over the world. So considering the chaos outside, blocking it all out, focusing on what we have here in our hands is really going to help us to stay focused and motivated. So for those who don't know me, if you're catching the recording or you're here for the first time, I see some great names. Welcome. I see some new names as well. Lovely to have you guys here. My name is Tim Wagner, and I'm a formerly burnt out corporate executive chap. I was working in hospitality all my life. And until 2018, even though I had many of my own businesses, I was in the traditional job role, which means just off broke. And they did very well in keeping me there up until the age of late 40s. What was I now? Can't remember. 2018, I kicked that bucket down that can down the hill and said, I'm never looking back. And through many different online businesses and networks and investment portals and cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and many different things, had some phenomenal successes and some phenomenally expensive university fees as well, which led me to being introduced over 3 years ago now to the gifting economy. And I'm going to share a number of nuggets, a number of different things that I've picked up over the years before we later on, after I've shared with you, then we'll go to some Q&A. So if you've got any questions, make note of something. If you want me to reiterate or go through something, just make a note of it. Keep yourselves muted, and then we'll be able to cover as much as possible for you in our time together. So when I was introduced to the gifting economy, the one thing that I've learned over the years, it was actually a Richard Branson saying, that if you're introduced to something new, a new business opportunity perhaps, and you don't understand, get involved and learn as you go. And I've applied that teaching throughout my life, and it has really benefited me hugely. And it was exactly that same mindset that I had to take when I was introduced to gifting 3 years ago. Now, it wasn't Power Gifting. We're not that old. It was another gifting economy. Still around, but not available in our country, in South Africa. Another story. And I came into this environment with my preconceived ideas about how business works, about online businesses, about cryptocurrencies, about building networks. And I brought that same knowledge in here. And I realized very, very quickly that I needed to learn some new skills, as this was a different style of income. It was something I'd never been introduced before. So heed a warning from me. If you're looking at this and you don't quite get it, that's perfect. It doesn't mean it is not real. Hang around, be involved. That's how you learn. And I'm going to share quite a few nuggets as I'm going through. I'm just going to jump up here on my presentation. There we go. Let's just get a thumbs up from Coach Bernard, because I can still see him, that you've got my screen. Perfect, good man. That's Coach Bernard. You'll hear from him doing this on Thursday. And he's excited to see what I've got to present, because I've gone and changed it again, as I like to do. Got to keep it fresh. So as I go through, I'm going to share my golden nuggets. And these are lessons that I've learned over the years, and some of them very expensive lessons. Perhaps you've also had some expensive lessons where you've got involved in a shiny new object and it folded a month out. Sometimes they don't even start, maybe 6 months out, and there was a lot of money that you had on the platform. In the computer system, you were a millionaire. In your bank account or in your cash in your pocket, you were not. And then when that system folded, you only had what was in your pocket, which was not millions. So that's the university fees that I talked about. Perhaps you've been hit by that, or you know somebody else who has. Well, when I first came into gifting, I had just lost a substantial amount of money. Right now, it's tens of millions worth, because it was in Bitcoin with a business partner in online marketing, and he's never been seen since. Another story for another time, one of those lessons down the way that do not leave your money in anybody else's hands. So here we sit with me being introduced to something completely new, completely skeptical, not really knowing how the bills were going to get paid in the following months, but knowing that if I didn't do something, nothing was going to change. So when I was introduced to power gifting, I immediately recognized and saw a very powerful improvement as to what I'd already learned about in multiple different gifting economies. And those are what I'm going to share as golden nuggets. So who is power gifting? Well, we're an online financial gifting community. So not gifts as in a mixer and a lawnmower or a book, but money, which we send internationally. And we use cryptocurrencies to do that. I'll explain in a moment. And as you're part of the economy, so the gifts that you receive and you send are ever increasing quantities without you taking on financial risk. And that is a massive golden nugget, especially in the tumultuous economies which we've got running and we're all living in at the moment. So we're a worldwide community of like-minded individuals. Now, like-minded is a key part. Gifting economies and the whole concept of a community, which is what we are, is not for everybody. And I get it, it's fine. So if the numbers suddenly drop from where we're sitting now with you down here and you drop a few, that's okay. This is a filter. It's not for everybody. But if it is, hang around if I've tweaked your interest here a little bit. We're a community and we foster connections with families and companies, nonprofits, churches, organizations, whoever you're associated with. But the key fundamental thing is being in a position of, dare I say it, being selfish. Now, not selfish to the demise of another, selfish to lift yourself so others can see what you've done and then copy you, ask you, what did you do? And you say, what's interesting, you should say, this is what I've been doing. So you're demonstrating it, okay? We launched in December 2022, and these values remain true and strong to our foundation: respect, honesty, integrity, transparency, open communication. Golden nuggets there where you rarely find anywhere in online opportunities. Not saying you don't, but it is very rare. Something goes right, we'll tell you. Something goes wrong, we'll tell you. What's happening, we'll tell you. Join our Saturday sessions for more updates and you'll find out exactly what is going on. We're dedicated to leading the way. We educate, we inspire, and provide the sustainable source of additional income. But here's a very key thing. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're here looking for a way to pay your bills now, forget it. This is not for you. If you want to pay your bills with power gifting in February, it's not going to happen. This is a different class. You're diversified portfolio if you want. More on that just now. Disclaimer, you can all read it there. Here's the effective main part of it. I am a community member, although one of the custodians, if you want to call, leaders, some people would say, but we are a community. We make decisions as a community. There's a very strong community base here but I'm just one of the community members. When I first saw this in August, I think it was September, maybe 2022, just before being launched, I jumped in and said, I love this. I want to present. And still I'm here today. Why? Because I'm passionate about this. Any money that you do make, please make sure you're declaring as income in your country, and it's different for everybody. You're reliant on that. So why do you want to join our community? Well, depends what you're looking for, really. You can read what I put up here. The basis is, we can say that this is for everyone. Well, it is. But here's what I'd suggest you say. It's for other people like-minded to you. For example, in my scenario, my personal scenario, not only was I looking for an opportunity where I could help others uplift themselves through education. It's a huge passion of mine. Those who know me will know I did the training and I love it. And it's what I do in my traditional business as well, coaching and with business professionals. In this environment, I love doing that. And I was looking for that environment. I found that the next thing is, of course, additional income streams. I needed not only additional cash flow on an ongoing basis, but I've got big dreams, guys, big dreams. And I need multiple streams of income in order to fulfill my big dreams, not putting all eggs in one basket. So the people that I would then speak to, I would reflect on my story. Who other people, solopreneurs or entrepreneurs working for themselves, needing to diversify so they're not reliant just on their business that they have. That's the people that I'll speak to. Maybe you're retired, or you're just about to retire and you're realizing it's not enough. You need additional benefits. So the people you'll speak to are associated to who you are. That would be why you're joining this. Now, there's multiple different reasons. You find your why and stick to it. That's an essential part of here. But here, we connect like-minded people to foster long-term relationships. And yep, of course, it is about additional cash flow. Oh yeah, huge one. What is the ultimate dream and goal? Inner peace, joy, inspiration, family, community, happiness. What is yours? Will you find it here? I can't answer that for you. Only you can. Now, what is our solution to this? Well, you get a free position when you register, and you send an unconditional gift, which is a very low sum actually, not to anybody, to somebody that the system introduces you to somewhere in the world. Golden nugget, no middleman. The money is peer-to-peer. There's too many times that I've not only been involved, but I've seen other people getting involved in a business or an opportunity. This is not a business, but it's money, so we'll take it seriously for a moment, where you put money onto a system and the system tells you how much you've got. You are relying on somebody, a middleman, who you do not know where they are, if it's registered, if they're real, if they're scam artists, if they're actors. How many times have I come across something which looked legitimate, website was brilliant and so on, but the people presenting it were paid actors? Scary as hell, absolutely scary. Right, so our solution is no middleman. So you don't have to worry about what's happening with your money. It goes person to person. And in return, you will receive an abundance on an ongoing basis with very low risk of time and money. $8. $8 is all that it takes you to get you going. And as Coach Bernard in UK says, you're not now in England going to get 2 cups of coffee and a muffin. Fortunately, in South Africa, we can get two cups of coffee and 2 stale muffins. But the reality is $8 doesn't get you far. So if you're thinking, should I do this? Is this worth a risk? Where did you last spend your $8? We provide a long-term cash flow solution. It's about diversifying that portfolio. By all means, be part of other organizations. In fact, I'd encourage you that you're not putting your eggs in one basket. Be a part of network marketing structures, have a job, have a traditional business. I would say you need to have your normal mainstream income and a diversified portfolio, because this is that medium to longer term strategy. And I'll share that with you just now, as we have multiple different strategies for more the medium term and the longer term, so that you then, after time, getting a consistent and continuous role. Once you receive, the power of what we've got is you keep some, and you give back a portion to ensure the smooth flow of the system. Now, there's a couple of key words here. System, economy. The economies of the world are in tatters at the moment. Whether you understand it, see it, or it doesn't matter, it's in tatters. There is going to be a burst. It is inconceivably impossible for long term, whether it's going to happen in a month time, 6 months, I'm not a year time, I'm not an economist, I don't know. But for the system of the economy of the world to maintain the way it is, we are sitting in a recession. If the government says it's not a recession, we're in a recession. If they say we're in a recession, we're on our way out, because their KPIs that they use to measure it are delayed 3 months. So anyway, if you have a look at your own personal cash flow, is life getting more expensive or cheaper? Was December's Christmas tree smaller than last year? Were there less presents, 100 or more? Was it a bit tighter when you went to the shops this year than it was last year? Yes. That shows that the economy is in problems. Our inflation rates worldwide. I know we've got some friends on here in Canada. I was sharing with a colleague in Canada in my coaching business the other day. He was telling me the astronomical rate, the food prices have skyrocketed in the last year or two. It's actually worse than South Africa. In South Africa, we're used to this. So an economy functions with a swift flow of money, where money is circulated, not spent. You don't spend money. Spending disappears. Circulate. When you take to the shop, you're giving money in, you're getting a product. That money gets circulated. So money in circulation keeps an economy moving. Money stops, circulation stops. Our system here is there to ensure the money continues to circulate, follow the system. And we use cryptocurrencies to move money around the world. We've got training for that, and this is a brilliant place for you to come and learn about cryptocurrencies because the risks are, well, low, and we have a strong community to coach you there as well. For networkers, those who love networks and say, well, if it's only $8, is it worth it? I'm going to come back to you as we've got ways to sort of motivate you if you want to, because networkers are driven by the speed of their networks and how they can grow it and the cash flow they generate from it, where you can leap ahead faster and receive higher gifts. And of course, I've spoken about this already, trustworthy, but a simple solution. And here's how we do it. So now let's get into some numbers. So now you're looking, going, Tim, you've tweaked my interest. Is it worth my while financially? Well, I'm here, so you've got my answer. Let's see if I can help guide you on that. We've got 3 different phases, and each one operates in the same manner. It's just the amount of money is different. So I'm going to spend a bit of time going through the one phase, which is called phase 1, to really break it down for you. Each phase has got 4 levels, and as you move through these 4 levels, the system creates an additional 117 extra positions. We call these the baby accounts. So when you register, which is free, as I've said, that's your parent, the main account. Then you have baby accounts, 117 of them. Now, all of these positions, through the 4 levels of phase 1, you will receive a take-home in your pocket, right? That's net of $5,088 per position. Now, I know somebody's already gone and got their calculator out. What is that? How much? But that's understated, which is what I love. Under promise, over deliver. Isn't that what we all prefer? Now, phase 2 and phase 3 work on exactly the same system. However, phase 2 numbers are 10x phase 1, and phase 3 are 10x phase 2. How powerful is that? How quickly can you get there? Depends on the speed of the network and how many people are actively engaged. But let's break this down for you. So as I said, I'm going to take phase 1 because there's numbers on phase 2 and 3. Well, they can get a bit large. And I've been around for long enough to have been promised millions within 6 months. But realistically, I've never found anybody who's got those millions in 6 months. So I'm not going to go there and tell you that. What I'm going to do is show you how you can start receiving and how the system works on phase 1, levels 1 to 4. Once you see this, you gain belief. So level 1, you gift $8. Now I'll explain where that $8 goes to you just now. It goes to somebody else in the economy, not to some dude sitting on a yacht in the Bahamas. When it's your turn to receive, you're receiving 3 gifts of $8, which is 24. You gift back in 16, you keep 8. So at the end of level 1, $8 in, $8 out. Now, I'm a business guy. From a business perspective, that's called break even. My personal strategy was I then registered my wife a position. I then registered once she got $8, I registered my son. And all I've done is circulate that multiple times. Plus, I've got a couple of other ones for charity organizations as well. Now, once you've gone off level 1, somebody else's turn to receive. You've now entered level 2 and you've gifted $16 to a person. Now, you probably don't know who this person is. It doesn't matter. It is somebody as part of our community that you've given hope to. Because that's what we do here. We give hope to people. Then you've given, they've got $16. Wow. And man, it's a kick to gift somebody money. Now, you know who it is because the system will introduce you as well. So build a relationship with them in the community. Once it's your turn to receive, you'll be receiving $144. Of that, you gift back into the system 104. That keeps the economy ticking over. And you keep 40. Not bad. By this time, you have belief and you've begun to understand how it works because now the baby accounts start kicking in. We call this the secret superpower, as the system will create 9 baby accounts for you, which go to the bottom of level 1. More on this just now. Then level 3, now you're taking from the 104 you've gifted in, 32 of that is getting you onto level 3. Now, when it's your turn to receive here, you get $864 in your pocket, of which you gift back in 280, keeping a much better number of 584. Not bad from only an $8 in. Now you've got 584 out. And if you're still thinking, but how do you get that from that? Bear with me. I told you that we're going to change your paradigm thinking about how money works in a gifting economy. This is not about swapping time for money. It's a different mindset. The system creates 27 baby accounts for you. Now it starts getting exciting. Do you need all 27? Yes, it's the system. If you'd like to go and create your own gifting economy, you're welcome to drop off and go and create your own. I wish you all the success. This is how we work, and it's proven to work this way. Level 4, you've gifted $64 from that 280 to get onto level 4. When it's your turn to receive, you'll receive 5,184, and you'll gift in 728, giving you a handsome 4,456 with 81 baby accounts. That's where the totals come. Let me show you our secret superpower. Now, welcome to take a screenshot of this. Now, let's go through what's called the forced matrix. Here's a key difference, and to me, it's a massive golden nugget. Power gifting is not network marketing. It is not multi-level marketing. Now, if you're not sure of those concepts, effectively what it means is that in traditional networking style structures, for you to earn, you need to introduce 2 or 3 or 5, depending on the system, people. They then need to introduce whatever the number is, 2, 3, 5, doesn't matter how many, it's depending on the system, before you will then start receiving anything. Now that falls down, and I've been hugely disillusioned over the years with network marketing, as to find those people who do what you do and duplicate is extremely difficult. Not impossible, it does work. There's many phenomenal networkers. I am not an expert networker, I can assure you of that. But what I love about a force matrix is whether you introduce one person or 50 people, your opportunity in our community to earn is exactly the same. 1 or 50, it is the same. Don't introduce anybody. You're not much of a community member, but you still have the same opportunity to receive at exactly the same speed. That's a forced matrix. Let me explain. You register and you join the back of level 1. It's like a queuing system if you want. When you register, the system introduces you to that guy at the front, and you gift them $8. Now, as other people join the system from anywhere in the world, as you've seen from the people on here, we've got UK, we've got Namibia, we've got Zimbabwe, we've got Canada, we've got South Africa. I'm not sure who else joined now. We're really worldwide. Now, you don't need to know who these people are. The likelihood is very slim that you do know who they are. But once that person at the front has received 3 $8 gifts, which is 24, they move off the front of level 1, go to the back of level 2, gift the person at the front $16, and everybody here moves up for the next person. This is why it's not one of those pyramid schemey, scammy, dodgy type of thingies where everybody at the top makes the money. I'm first in, I make all the money. No. It doesn't work like that here. Another massive golden nugget. So when that person joins and they've gifted $16, what happens next? Well, as more people join from level 1, as 9 people join, remember I spoke to you earlier about 9 baby accounts, and gift $144 to the person on level 2. The secret superpower, this is what our magic kicks in. This is unique. 9 baby accounts are birthed at the bottom of level 1. And that person gifts 9 people, or what is probably 3 people, $8 at the front. That's going to not only help the person at the front, but in addition, that person also goes to the bottom of level 3 to make space, because they've gifted $32 now to the person at the front, and everybody then on level 2 also moves up. This is the secret superpower that means that roughly about 40% of our momentum on level 1 is created by the baby accounts. Now, as 27 people join level 2 to go to level 3, gifting 584 to the person at the front, superpower kicks in again, because now the level 3 person goes and the system creates 27 baby accounts at the back of level 1. They're going to then gift 27 by $8 to people at the front. And also they then join the back of level 4, gift $64 to the person at the front. And that team moves up for the next person in line to receive. Now, the key thing to understand is every time these people, a person over here receives 3 gifts, they fall to the back of level 2. And so the system continues to go. 81 baby accounts now. And what happens to the person on level 4? They go off to phase 2 by gifting $80. And everybody on level 4 moves up. This is what I've come to call the domino effect. Now, why is this so important? You gift $8, you don't believe that's much. $8, the gift that you've given somebody, maybe their 3rd gift. If it's their third gift, they're going to move levels. Not only do that, but then they're gifting back in. That perhaps was a gift of $27, which was the last time the last gift that person needed. And then so it knocks on one after the other. And so the system rolls. Now we've got a way where you can, if you're a networker, fast track this. So what if you had an opportunity to 10x your gifts in 10 times the speed? Oh yeah. We call this Legendary Leap, where you can leap ahead to phase 2. You can literally register tonight, introduce 25 profiles, and take $80 to gift to get ahead to phase 2. You can literally do it this weekend. There's people who have done it. You can wait until you receive additional gifts on phase 1 to then do it on phase 2. Entirely up to you. But here's the thing. The quicker you do that, the quicker you're going to get what's called a grandparent account, which is an additional account on phase 2. You will then receive greater gifts as your parent continues. So it doesn't replace the parent. So that's your first account on phase 1. It's an additional one. So now you're doing is doubling your opportunity, or you're doubling your gift amounts that you'll actually receive on phase 2 and quicker. And these are the numbers on phase 2, just as a reminder. Not forgetting, if you do leap to phase 2, as many people have done already, if you leap there, you're still receiving gifts on phase 1. And over time, you're going to start receiving multiples. Now, here's even more exciting. How would you like to 100x your gifts? That's ridiculous. It is. Now, I shouldn't actually say that, because it's like, it's a bit too much. The reality is this is a long-term strategy. Now, long-term may mean 12 months. It could be 24, it could be 36. I have no idea how long in this environment long-term. It's shorter than a saving 20, 30, 40 years for a pension. Let's put it that way. We do that. Would you do this? Become a leader of legends. Create momentum on phase 1 and phase 2. What does that mean? You need to have 50 people, which you've introduced. So this is great for networkers. 50 people you've introduced, and 25 of those must be on phase 2. Then you can leap ahead to phase 3. 100x from what phase 1 is. Now that's a powerful number. This is that long-term strategy. So you'll have a parent account on phase 1, a grandparent on phase 2, and I can't call it a great grandparent on phase 3, an additional profile, all of which over time will be giving you gifts. Here's a couple of gifting rules. Ensure the efficient movement of levels. You must make sure that you gift at $8 on registration. It takes literally 5 minutes, guys. All gifts to new levels must be made within 12 hours of receiving. And should you exceed these timelines, you will be tempted to be contacted by support via email, by our Telegram channels, hopefully phoning you as well, because the person who's receiving from you has also got your details. If you do not follow the system, you will lose your profile, all associated accounts with it, and any under your name, because it'll be deemed that you've decided to quit power gifting. If you want to do that, absolutely no problem. I've had somebody get back to me, Tim, I want to quit it. I said, absolutely no problem. And they went and handed it over to me, and I gifted it on to somebody else who didn't have $8, who wants to be part of the community. We understand it happens. But please know that there's no backing down on this. If you forfeit a position, it'll be offered to the community. Somebody within the community will then need to gift on the money that's due. But they will then have an opportunity to perhaps get a position a lot further down, a lot older and a lot higher up, because that position was potentially started earlier. And if not, it'll be gifted to one of the charities overseen by Power Gifting. So how do I get going? Well, $8 really in cryptocurrencies. If you're not sure about cryptos, we have training videos. In fact, on our website under training videos, and I had somebody asking me this very last week, Tim, how do I register for cryptocurrency Binance? Well, under training videos, you'll see Power Gifting registration process. There's a video. Watch it before you join. How do I send my first gift? There's another video. How do I set up Binance? Binance is a trading platform, a cryptocurrency platform. It's pretty much around the world. If you can use Binance, you don't have to. It's recommended. It's highly recommended because it's free and quick. And we've also got training videos and many more there, and many more to come as well. So a lot of training. When you register, very simple. This is what the page looks like. The person that referred you Make sure you've got their ID number. This so that then who are on a goal can track their 25 or their 50. And we like to recognize people for their contributions as well. You put in your name, Gmail address, ideal, your cryptocurrency wallet addresses. Please ask the person who introduced you to help you with this if you're not sure, ensuring that USDT, that's US dollar tether, these two, TRC20 and BEP20, are compulsory. Make it easy for people to gift you money. Create your passwords, register, and off you go. It's as simple as that. Then once you've joined, log in, you gift that $8. Straight away, the system will tell you. Follow the process that's there for you to do and log in frequently. Stay part of the community. Register your free account, powergiftings.com. We are not network marketing, so there isn't a referral link. It's straight link. All you need is that IRP code of the person who helped invited you. Ask them for help with cryptocurrencies if you're not sure. And on registration, send that $8 gift. Share the opportunity. We are growing. We've got a phenomenal algorithm here designed to help everybody. We do training. We're here all the time. Remain connected. It's as simple as that. So please refer back to the person who sent you this for more information. Attend live, attend our sessions. Once you've registered, join our Telegram group. Got multiple different pages, I'm not sure what they're called, on Telegram there, to make sure that you get clear communication all the time. Watch the recordings. This one will be put onto YouTube, whereas a lot of our training for cryptos is on what's called Rumble. We've also got them on the website, as you've seen. Then Saturdays, every Saturday, 10 a.m. for Q&A, updates, and training. One of my favorite times. Then we've also got Coach Bernard at 8 p.m. South Africa time, which is 6 p.m. UK. He does the English version of the English presentation in English. And very soon, now that this presentation's been updated, we're going to have various different languages also available on the Telegram channel, as it is amazing through AI, there's amazing ways to have it translated so easily. Wonderful computer system. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the community where everybody's invited. My name's Tim. It's been a pleasure sharing with you something that I'm hugely passionate about. So if you are would love to be part of a community, part of a network of like-minded individuals from all over the world, you're passionate about sharing, helping people, learning about what else you can do to diversify outside of risk structures, have a power gifting profile so that then you've got those ones which are giving you that instant cash flow. But we know they don't last. 99.9% of them do not last. Don't know my word for it, although I've got experience. Power gifting comes in here. So thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Ladies and gents, apologies for not having a co-host. My bad, but I hope you've been all right with this. Is there any questions? We do have time. Yep, we do have time for some Q&A. And if we have there, then I would ask one of my esteemed colleagues, Dr. Clinton Adams or Ningi Ngopane, who's a networker of note, to come in and answer them. Love the comments. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for pleasant, informative, clear, and easily understood. Mina, that's a pleasure. That's what I wanted to get. Coach Bernard sent some numbers there. If somebody wants to click on that, you're welcome to. He is a huge amount of information. Great presentation. Will this be on the website? It will be, not the full presentation, but now fine-tuned it. Great question, Sandra. I will be doing a brief recording, like a 6-minute one for the main page of the website, where you can then send people to. Website is presently, and that has been for a while, I keep saying it, but there's a lot of things in the background going on. There will be in upgrading the whole face of the website, so it can be a place that is very proud for you to send people, that you don't have to explain it. All the information, testimonials, videos, descriptions, training, all on the website, making it super, super simple for you. So yep, that will be, and the presentation will be made available for those in PDF format who want to actually share this, although you don't have to. It's not necessary. So because we'll have it on the website. So the ideal is open the website, they've got all the info, watch the video, and invite them to the live. Live is so much more powerful. Yeah, Dr. Clinton says he's got his family going mad in the background there, but he won't be unmuting it. Absolutely no problem. He's at home with the family. And ladies and gents, Any questions? If you'd like to ask something, raise your hand or you're welcome to type. I'm going to have a swig of my cold tea now. All peaceful on the home front. Show me a thumbs up, please. Who watched or who has been in the part of the training from last week, Saturday, where we shared so much and we gave a lot of information about the why phase 3? We're on phase 1. Why phase 3? Have you watched that? If you haven't, excellent. Glad some of you are going, yes, you did. If you haven't, spend the time and watch it. It's less than an hour. Put it on fast forward if you need to. Thank you very much. Foxy Lady there, Massini, Aaron, Coach B, out to see Rev Ron. Watch the replay. Yep, there we go. Sandra. She's not going to watch it live. It's about 2 a.m. in the morning where she is, but she grabs it. There's a lot of valuable information for you to understand more about the bigger picture. You see, that's what we want you to do. We want you to understand where we're going. There's no secrets. I'm not going to hold a secret and have some strategy and hiding behind the scenes here. We want you to know so that you can also be part of all of the decisions. You can be part of the community and the growth that is imminent here. So if you haven't watched it, take a gander. Sometimes live is best. But if you can't, watch the recording, put on 1.5 speed. I talk fast, so maybe 1.5 speed is a bit too much for you. But there we go. Bonnie also watched it. Fantastic.
Tim, I would love to have the document you mentioned in the last 2 trainings. You had said that if there's anyone that wishes to have a copy, I would. Thank you.
You would. Sandra, if I don't send it to you, because I'm jumping straight off this onto another call, please DM me.
Anytime this week. That'd be
Just
great.
message me. If you don't know what she's talking about, get on the training and then you'll find out. You can listen to it. Anybody's welcome to ask me for those documents if you've listened to the training. All right. Well, ladies and gents, absolute pleasure. Now, for those who are wanting to know, how do I do this? Please join Coach Bernard and Sandra at 7 p.m. South Africa time on Tuesdays. Telegram group will have the details. They're going to take you through the how. Here I've shown you what and why, but now you're going, but how do I do this? That's what they're there for, to help you take that. More how by me on Saturdays. More what and why, Coach Bernard at 8 p.m. on Thursday. So there we go. Lots happening. Fantastic. Everybody's got the information you need. And here's the thing. You don't need more information. You've got it already. So I look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you for joining me on a Monday. Thank you for watching the recording. Let's all say ciao and have a wonderful rest of Monday.
Thanks, Tim. Good evening, everyone.
Pleasure.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for a great